So here we are then, race 2. Things are starting to get tense and the championship's taking shape. SBR BTCC race 2 in the finale at Brands Hatch Indy is go. So Ben now leads the championship. It's all turned round ahead of Nathan by 2 points and Sean in third. So these are your championship contenders, and it's got even closer than it was before. So the grid is the finishing order of the race 1. So Ben's on pole from Sean, Nathan, Liam, Lewis, Jeff, Adam and Andrew as we get underway in a rocket start again from the four-wheel drives on the front row, and they both will lead into the first corner, and Ben's got about 2 car lengths anyway. Nathan got a pretty good start in his third with Liam around the outside, but he's managed to fend him off. Lewis looking racy already, but Adam's got past him. Adam had a shocker in race 1 from pole position. It'll be open. He's turned that around in these slightly warmer conditions now, about halfway through the day, about 12 noon, and hopefully that will bring some cars to life. It might change things round at the front as well. And through the bottom bend they come, Graham Hill bend along the Cooper straight and heading towards Surtees, and it's Ben that leads through McLaren's and into Clearways as they head now, and a bit of contact there from Lewis and Adam. That's not for the first time this season, and a bit of door handle banging between 2 friends is all good. Coleman's made a better start than he did last time. He's got around a lot more corners, and he's already taken 9th away from Andrew as Lewis and Adam again side by side into Paddock Hill Bend, and looks like they managed to get through, and this time Lewis is in front. It looks like Adam ran a bit wide, and that is allowed. Who is it that's got to be inside of him? I can't see. Jeff sensational in race 1, 6th place, which is by far his best showing of the season just in terms of speed alone. Well, he's done it again. Adam looks sideways again there, and now he's got Ash all over him, and I think Ash has got a few new friends on the side of his car, but we'll come back to that later. And great view as the cars come flying through Surtees, absolutely on the limit, some taking curbs, some not. And end of lap 1, and it's a familiar view from the first race. Ben's starting to pull away up front. Sean's now up to second. Obviously wasn't that place at the start of the last race, but he can't hold on to Ben at the moment either. So, and there we have it. The Top Gear crew have joined the stick for this race. Ash sideways in celebration of that, and some say he may even try and get in the top 10 this race, but we'll see. So Ben leads down into Graham Hill Bend with Sean in hot pursuit. Nathan just getting into the race, we'll know his pace. Liam is 4th, Lewis 5th, Jeff in 6th, Adam's hanging on again in 7th, but it's been disappointing for him. He took pole position in the first race like I keep mentioning, but it just doesn't seem to have the race pace. So really I would say it's between the top 5, and Ben's still just about keeping the gap. Sean seems to have pegged him now though. Sean's determined to win this. He knows he's got to win it really to stop this steamroller from the Mondeo Alpha Toyota. Just going on liveries here. Honda liveried BMW, and Lewis completely sideways in the background at Paddock Hill Bend. He can lost the car, but is he still there? Yes he is. He's held on to 5th but got a penalty for his troubles. Jeff in 6th in the David Leslie car, and they'll try to run through the liveries. So it's the Mondeo, the Alpha, the Toyota, the 93 Toyota livery. So it's the 90s that are winning right now, and they have the Norlin car ahead of the pink 60th anniversary Sam Tordorf car, and at the back is the Plato car, and I'm not a fan of Plato, so I'm not upset with that. Sorry Chris. Anyway, that's besides the point. As we head into Paddock Hill Bend for the 5th time already, this race is flying by. Ben still with about 4 car lengths lead ahead of Sean. Nathan's starting to look like he's coming into this race now. He's maybe just saved his tyres in the opening laps. That Lexus does seem to, the Toyota, sorry, we call it Toyota or Lexus, the same thing. It does seem to use its tyres a little bit more, but he's a tighter line there than Sean, so can he get a run on the Cooper straight, sorry, got the straights all mixed up. And there's Leon as well. He's been struggling a little bit with the track, but signs of improvement from Leon as the season's gone on. On board with Nathan here, and we'll see how fast this Lexus is. It's homing in on the back of the Alpha, and down the inside, that's brave, that's late, and he's hit the back of Sean. Sean's done well to not go off at Paddock, unlike his Scottish friend John Clennon. In fact, Nathan's gone completely AWOL here, and he's allowed Liam through. He's just not even seen Liam's diving up the inside. He's just completely lost his bearings, and Nathan making a mistake again. We saw it in the first race where he pitted probably at the wrong time, and He got lucky to come back through the field, and another mistake in this race now is pressure of the championship starting to get to Nathan. Came in here with a 10-point lead, probably expected to take the championship, and it's all starting to slightly unravel a little bit for him. So there's plenty of the race still to go. He's only not even at quarter distance yet, so don't know what's happened there. Bit of a jump there, and here is Coleman. Oh, this is how Coleman got past Ash, and we missed that, so I've gone back to it, and it's Coleman going past Ashley, and that's a great move at Paddock Hill Bend, very opportunist. And back to the front, and that's Nathan down the inside of Liam. That wasn't going to happen, and he's lost drive, and now Lewis is all over the back of him. We need to cut back to that, really. Watching Ben pulling away in the lead, but he's really, especially the last 2 laps, he's really pulled the plug. And Sean struggling with understeer there into the last corner, and a bit early to pit on lap 6. It looked like he was heading in the pits, and he's not. Liam 3rd, Nathan's maintains 4th, but it looked like he just about maintained 4th there. Ash doing well in 9th, actually, worth mentioning, and Andrew a little bit lacklustre in 10th. But again, we'll try and talk about next season if there is a break in the action. I'll try and tell you the rules for next season, but there isn't a break right now. Nathan locking his rear brake into the top there at Druids. And getting a little bit spread out at the moment. A few gaps between cars, but Liam, if anything, starting to move in on Sean. So Ben's away with this again. Just really not expected this at all. He's just pulling away. He's had terrible form of late, but seems to have got it together for the last round. But Nathan and Sean need to keep themselves in this championship hunt, because remember, the last race is reverse grid, and basically anything can happen. It's going to be a right door handle banging fest, that one. Nathan seems to be a little bit off the pace that after his collision with Sean. He just seems to just dropped off a little bit. Maybe he's just lost a bit of confidence, and it will come back to him. But at the moment, he's not challenging the top guys. You think he, on the pace that he had, he could just zoom straight up to the back of them. But it's Leon in 11th in the menu car, and the Rydell car just behind him in 12th. Plato car bringing up the rear. So Gabriele Tarquini Alfa Romeo is 2nd place, just ahead of the Chris Smiley Norlin Honda base car, the Will Hoy Toyota, followed by Sam Tordorf Ford liveried car, then David Leslie Nissan, and just behind that is Adam in his Ingram car, and then Coleman in the Morgan car, I think it was. So few good liveries from few different eras, but it's the 90s that are kicking ass at the moment, and the only person that looks like he could stop the 90s dominating is Liam. He's definitely closing in on Sean now. Sean will be slightly discouraged by this, but as long as he can get cleanly out of this corner, it's going to be tough. And Sean's actually pitted now already, so this is a lap earlier than he did in the first race, so this is brave, really brave. See where he comes out. And also Coleman in. Coleman's taking a chance. He's maybe just thought, well, Sean leapfrogged a lot of people in the first race, so maybe we can leapfrog a few more here. And he's out just in front of, oh, Leon's hit him up the back. He got out in front of Leon, but Leon, because he was ghosting, probably thought I'll just drive through him, but as soon as he became solid again, he hit him. Not ideal, but we'll race on. So these guys, will they react to Sean's early pit stop? It's very early, and yes, Liam has. Nathan, again, like race 1, is refusing to come in. He's staying out, playing the long game again. To be honest with you, I suppose it did work for him in the end. He did get 3rd position, but really he would like to have got 2nd. But now can he try and chase down Ben, whose lead's now probably up around 5 seconds. Nathan has been a class act this season. He's won a lot of races, but finds himself coming into these last rounds with a 10-point lead, but that's gone. He now is a couple points behind Ben. Ben winning this race would really, well, give him the advantage big time going into the last race. Lewis sideways again. That car's not looked stable all meeting, and these guys flashing through that corner. I love to watch that view. So And there's Coleman. Look back at the guys bringing up the tail end of the field. Always important to bring them into the action, show off what they're playing at. Ben and Nathan and Lewis stay out. And who's that wide? Is that Jeff? It is Jeff. Jeff's lost the car sideways into the barrier. Marshals are running and he's hit the wall, and that's cost him because now the guys that pitted have passed him, and that's going to cost Jeff a lot of time there. And then there's Adam as well, and I think Adam's pitted now. And there's Coleman, we know he has, so yeah, that's a disappointing mistake there from Jeff. It looked like he ran wide 40, he got it, and then maybe lost it on the curb. Ben staying out again, so he's going to the same lap as he did in the first race, which was the end of 13. Nathan comes in, ignores the fact that there's grass, as well as Lewis, and they all come in the pit lane about a million miles an hour. Sometimes you get a penalty for that, so you have to be careful. But these guys are racing against Sean again, and let's see, can Nathan pull off? Nope, Sean's gone past, and so does Liam. So he's back out where he was, but on newer tyres, and they both did get penalties for cutting the grass in the course. And Jeff, look, he would be really disappointed with that. He'd have been ahead of at least Lewis and probably Nathan actually. So he lost a lot of time and he'd be disappointed. But for Adam, it's still not good. He's still off the pace there, still struggling with the Hyundai in race pace on 1 lap pace. That was a stunning qualifying effort in race 1. Meanwhile, Ben is now in lap 13. He's into the pits, and now obviously his lead wasn't as big as the race 1, but will he get back out in front? Has he timed this perfectly? Let's see. Sean and that is saying on the thing is going to be in front. He comes out and nope, he's got a good lead. Yellow flags into turn 1, but it's been sorted, and Ben maintains the lead. So it's Ben from Sean, from Liam, from Nathan, from Lewis and Adam, so pretty much as we were. Coleman having a much better race, up in 7th this time. Jeff in 8th. Ash doing well in 9th, even with his passengers, with Clarkson, Hammond and May and the Stig. Car probably weighing a little bit more with ballast, but great to see Ashley's liveries through the season. Ashley's really helped us out with liveries, and I can speak on myself and Sean that we are really glad to have Ashley in this series and helping us like he does. Class bloke, class act, and very good at these designs. And one of his designs winning the race at the moment, and in the hands of Ben, and it looks like he's going to take out race 2 as well at the moment, because Sean doesn't seem to have an answer. Chris getting in the way a little bit, but does pull over and let those guys through. Nathan not going that well at the moment. But here we are, there's the battle, the main battle at the moment, and it's Sean against Liam. Nathan still running wide in the background, just doesn't seem to have the grip. That Toyota just seems to take a couple laps to get the tyres going, and when it does, it flies. Liam down the inside, a great move. Oh, Sean did see him coming, there's a bit of contact, but that's just stopped Liam getting past. But Liam definitely had the space to make the move. Sean had accidentally left the space down the inside, where he just couldn't turn in. I don't know, but he left the space for Liam. Liam's not going to ask twice and went for the move. It was definitely on, but I think Liam kind of drifted wide and Sean was turning into the corner. There's a bit of contact and Liam thought better of it, which was probably clever driving. But yeah, great opportunist bit of driving again from Liam. He's been on fire the second half of the season, many podiums, a race win in the controversial Dragon Trail event, and now he's going picnicking, and he's back in the BMW Grass Cutter Special. And again, Nathan just seems really off colour since that incident with Sean. He's just not in the races at the moment, and Lewis is really homing in on him. A good little battle here. Jeff just coming back at Coleman now. Jeff on much newer tyres, and that's Brian, who's gone gravelling, building sandcastles. He moves out the way for the leaders, hits the barrier for good measure just to test it, but not a great race for Brian. He'll be looking to do better next season. I think he has signed up, and after the last race we'll go through season 2 a bit more. But we're only over half distance now in this race 2, and this championship looks to be swinging in favour of Ben and the Ford Mondeo. And Nathan and Sean just don't seem to have an answer for him this weekend, or this Friday night of racing. There is Adam and Lewis in 5th in the pink car. If you're not winning in a pink car, it's going to be quite embarrassing running a pink car. We're going to see that again next season. Like I say, we'll go into that after race 3. But yeah, Sean now definitely coming under pressure from Liam. Liam tried that one move, it didn't quite work. Ben's just maintaining the gap by the looks of it. Nathan sideways still. The car looks horrible at the moment. Like I say, all of a sudden he may come alive with his tyres. So as they head down now the Cooper Straight, Lewis looks like he's thinking about a move, but this is really one of the places you can overtake. You got Paddock, the run up to Druids, there's another one, and the rest is kind of like making, just setting moves up really through the other corners, through like Graham Hill and that. But Adam's had enough. His car handles horrendously in this race. He's pitting again for some more tyres from 6th place. Well, he's going to lose a lot of time, and Coleman's exactly the same, but he's in a Toyota, so 2 cars struggling for pace. Not struggling for pace is Ben through Graham Hill Bend, Sean 2nd, Liam 3rd. Going through a few drivers here. There's Nathan 4th, Lewis is 5th, and a big gap back to Jeff. It is in 6th again, so Jeff repeating his race 1 heroics and being best of the rest. Out of these guys, the top 5 are kind of in a top 5, including Adam as well, so 6 are in a kind of race of their own on pace wise, but Jeff is delivering as well with 6th place at the moment. Not sure how far back he is from these guys, but yep, Jeff really coming on song. Driving for Seat next season, so that'll be interesting. And there's Liam, not really making any impression on Sean at the moment. Sean's kind of kept him back after that one attack, and Nathan's the guy to watch now. He's just seen a few lap times there, and he's definitely starting to find his form at last, but he's left it to the last 5 laps to make his move. He's got a lot of moves to make. Ben's lead has kind of trebled in the last couple of laps as the battling's gone on. Sean looking safe in 2nd. Liam now though looks like Nathan is really closing in. 47.2 for Ben, 47.7 for Sean there, and Liam it looked like as well. So yep, Nathan really moving in. Here's Jeff looking pretty sound in 6th. He's got Adam behind him in 7th. Remember, Adam's on brand new tyres, but the way the Hyundai goes through tyres, they won't be brand new for very long. So Jeff's got that one covered. Coleman in 8th could be interesting though, because the Toyota's a little bit better. Those guys obviously just pitted too early. Remember, Coleman pitted the same lap as Sean, but Sean just seems to be able to make those tyres last a lot longer. And Nathan must have made a mistake, because he's dropped off Liam and he's straight back into the hands of Lewis. So inconsistency from Nathan again. He's just not quite got this car hooked up. I saw it in the practice session before race 1 that he was a little bit loose. He's fast but loose. And Adam doing his personal best lap last time through. Is that enough to keep Jeff in sight? Andrew as well, flying in the Barry Sheen car. So Ben now just cruising to the end now. He just got to keep it clean, keep it going. And entering the final stages of this race, a pivotal race in the championship, we feel. Nathan's just not quite there. He's starting to hone back in on Liam. His last lap was a 48.3, I think that is. So he lost a second off the pace he was doing the laps before. So definitely a mistake, and that brought Lewis onto him, but he's back on form this lap with another 47, and that's put him right on the back of Liam again. So it's not all lost yet, and he needs at least a podium, whereas his championship is looking a bit tricky. And Sean will probably pass him if he doesn't get past Liam. Sean, another one of the guys that's really making hay in this. Second in the first race, looks like he's going to be second in this race. Sean going through, Ben's looking pretty untouchable, and he's gone. And there's the battle for the last point, and it is Ashley against Andrew. Can the Top Gear guys hang on? You see it. Ashley does this every race, just does a theme and sticks to it. But normally if it's a different country, he'll go with a theme for that country. So we've seen all sorts on the side of that car. We've seen a bikini last time out actually as well, so in the Italian race. But oh, he's ambitious but rubbish. It's gone wide, lost his final point there, but Leon's actually wide as well, and he's just lucky he's got the Lexus because he's just about pulling back on the straight. But Andrew looking strong in these final stages of this race. Nice looking car, and he's down the inside of Leon, and Ash could even take that point back again because he'll try and go up the inside of Leon as well. Leon's going to be gutted. He's lost 2 positions and knocked out the points in the last, well, the penultimate lap of the race. Onto the final lap, in fact. Ben's onto the final lap, Sean's second. Now this is a massive fight now. Nathan's really got to do something. He knows that. His championship's slipping away. Liam's not going to give up. Liam's one of the worst guys you've got to overtake, and one of the other guys behind him, and that's Lewis. So the 2 L's. But Liam is not going to give this up. He won't have any compassion towards Nathan's championship. He wants another podium. I say another podium because he's just been raining podiums lately. But Nathan, though, he knows he's got to do something. It's now or never. He touches the grass on the way into the corner, tries to get a run. Liam will just hold the inside. He's got any brains, and he has, and he's done it. So now he'll hold Nathan up mid-corner, but Nathan's got an inside line. But we've got to watch Ben. Ben wins again. He wins the second race. Unbelievable. And his championship lead stretches. Sean takes second, cruises over the line. Third is Liam by half of the car. Wow. 4th for Nathan, that's not good for him. Lewis 5th. Jeff looks like he's going to hold on for 6th, and does against Adam, so the pit stop didn't work for him. 8th for Coleman, a better showing for him after the disaster of race 1, and some good points for Coleman. 9th for Andrew after some stunning overtakes in the last few laps, with Ashley in 10th, again picking up the final point. Unlucky for Leon, who cruises across in 11th. And 12th for Brian, a lap down. So Ben wins from Sean, Liam, Nathan. His championship's slipping away from him. He'd be absolutely gutted. There's nothing he can do about it. Lewis 5th, Jeff 6th, Adam 7th, Coleman 8th, Andrew 9th, Ashley 10th, just outside the points to Leon. Championship now 13-point lead for Ben going into the final race. Surely that's enough ahead of Sean, and Nathan slips down to 3rd even. So now it's really between the top 2, isn't it? And the rest you can see, but Liam, join us for race 3 shortly in the reverse grid at SBR BTCC.